What's up, guys? It's Casey Zolgman, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, coming at you with another video. Today's video is pretty special because it's Sarah Jessica Parker's birthday! So, in honor of that, we'll be celebrating all things Sarah Sanderson today. I'll talk about what we love about Sarah, her iconic costume, react to memes and fan art that was submitted by you, and react to the 1993 interview of Sarah Jessica with Katie Couric. So, cut a slice of birthday cake and let's throw a party for Sarah Sanderson. So, I have talked about how I personally relate to Sarah Sanderson. If you haven't watched that video, you can watch it by clicking on this thing right here. But let's talk about what the general populace loves about her. First off, there's no denying it. She's
beautiful. Boys will love me.
And not only do boys love her, girls love her too. She's gorgeous, and we all, especially as children, immediately gravitated towards her because she was the pretty one. But apart from her looking like a Disney princess, we tended to lean a little bit more towards her because she has such a childlike quality to her. I know I did when I was a kid because she did a lot of the stuff that I did back then. She runs and jumps around, she repeats words over and over because she likes the sound of them, she laughs a lot, and she just lives in her own little world. As a kid, she makes you laugh the most because that's your humor. That's your humor when you're a kid. Minus the, boys thing. But, because when you're a little girl, you go, ew, cooties. But it's like, that's a different story. A lot of her little personality traits and tics, it's just like, oh yeah, that's what I do. And she kept that trend going when Hocus Pocus 2 arrived. My favorite example of that was when she was feeding the Broomies.
Sarah, come.
Now, I keep saying the words as a kid, because when you get older, your perspective changes. You start to see Sarah as more than just a pretty goofball. A lot of folks that have ADHD have actually told me they really relate to her where attention span is concerned. Other times, like shy folks have gravitated towards her because they also kind of feel unheard, like Sarah's unheard with Winifred. The thing we really like about her beyond that free spirit that she has is that I think she matured with us. Like, she grew up with us. Without losing her charm. I have loved Sarah since I was a kid, and as I grew up, I started laughing a little more at her sisters. Now, Hocus Pocus 2 really reminded me why I love her. She's so cute and funny still, but there's a sense of maturity about her now. She's more focused, and she thought about things a little more. She kind of proved that her little ditzy act was just that. It was an act. Because, well, you know what I'm about to play next.
Stop dancing around, you fools! Get them, get them! Ooh. I beg your pardon?
I am not a fool. I am a good and loyal sister, and I expect to be seen as such!
I love that dang part so much because it just showed how much Sarah had grown up. Not only did we grow up with her on our television screens every year, but she grew up with us and became the witch we knew she could be. She matured. She grew up. She grew up alongside us. We also love her one-liners. How can we not love her one-liners? Like, I think she had better one-liners in HP2, though. I will say that. I think she had better one-liners in HP2 because they let her be just a little bit more sassy.
Nonsense. We'll simply dig up my old lover, Billy Butcherson.
Okay, sure. But, Billy was my lover.
She can say or do just about anything, and we're gonna clap about it. I mean, she's adorable. We love her. I really, really like how sassy she can be when she wants to be. And that's not as often as you would think it is. She holds her tongue most of the time, but she gets her little jabs in there. And I like that, because I feel that. I feel that, and I think a lot of other people do, too. It's so fun. It's so fun. Her little one-offs are just great. She's so funny. Something else we really love about her, we can't deny it. And it's not because we're hypnotized either. It's not because it works on us, I don't think. We love her singing voice. We love her singing. We love her singing. It's just so pretty and lilting and melodic and just soothing to the soul, even though, you know, it's leading you to your death. But you know what? That's okay, because you go happy. At least you go happy, right? I know when I have trouble sleeping, like, specifically, like, if I'm having one of my insomnia nights and I'm like, I can't go to sleep, I've tried reading books, I've tried writing, I've tried this, that, or something else to get me to go to sleep, I will just put that song on a loop in my headphones, and after a little while, I'm like, alright, I think I can finally go to sleep, and she just kind of knocks me out, after a little while. It's just like, oh, jeez, thanks for the lullaby, I needed that very much, because her voice really is, it's just soothing, and it's just calming, and I think that's why it works, in the way that it works, you know, she was good at her job. She was very good at her job, because she was just such a relaxing singer. But you don't want to think about that too hard, because it's like, oh yeah, this is a nice little catchy tune that I like falling asleep to. Oh, wait a minute, if you follow that, you're gonna die. That's okay. It's fine. You're not gonna die if you listen to it on a loop when you're trying to sleep. But I don't know. We really like her singing. We all know we really like her singing. She's just such a fun character. And I think that's the whole thing, is we just love her because she's a fun character. And she is. She's probably one of the most fun fictional characters there is out there. Yeah, she's a little scary when you think about things too hard, but like, she's the least threatening out of all three of them, because she just is such a childlike character, and she's so funny, and she's so free-spirited, and I don't know, I get, like, she just makes you feel good. She does. She just makes you feel good. Like, she's been one of my comfort characters since I was a kid. I mean, all three of them are my comfort characters, but she was like my first comfort character that I really kind of leaned towards, and I really love her. I love her so much. She's just so much fun, and she has potential. That's the other thing that I see fans talk about the most with Sarah, is she has so much potential, but we don't touch on it. I want to see that potential come out of her. Like, that was why I got so excited whenever she stood up to Winifred, because I'm like, that's the potential we've all been talking about for like 20 years now. And she's doing it. She's doing the darn thing. But the fanfics, whenever people are talking about writing fanfiction, a lot of times it revolves around Sarah, because they're like, we know she can do more. We know there's more to her, but we don't get to explore it. And I think that's possibly the thing everybody loves the most about her, is how much potential there is for her as a character, how much growth she can experience, how much, just like, there's so much there. She's more layered than people give her credit for. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Sarah's the dumb one. No, she's not the dumb one. She is funny, and she's paying attention to everything going on around her. Yes, she lives in her own little world most of the time, but she's paying attention, and she's keeping tabs on everything. I think one more wrong move and Winifred's if she has her way. But, like, it's that hidden potential. It's the thing we love about her, because I think that's the most relatable thing for fans to feel, is we don't know our own worth, we don't know our own potential. Sarah doesn't know her worth yet. She doesn't know what she's capable of, and if she does, she's not sharing it with anybody. Like, I think that's it, is she's just so fun to think about, in that she could be more than she is, but we don't know why she's not being more than she is. It's that potential for her as a character that I think we all just really gravitate towards, and we really like about her. All of the other stuff, of course, but that's the big thing. Because it's like, there is so much more to you than meets the eye, and nobody has messed with you enough to figure out what that is. So I think that's the thing I have loved about Sarah since I was a kid. Even as a kid, I could tell that there's more there than what she is leading on. And I want to see that. Maybe we'll get to see that in Hocus Pocus 3. Maybe we'll get to see some more Sarah building on her worth, building on her potential. that would be one heck of a character arc. I'm not gonna lie. I think that would be kind of awesome. But that's another story. So we're gonna move on now. That's what we love about Sarah Sanderson. In a nutshell. I could go on and on and on, but I'm not going to do that. Next thing we're going to do, let's look at her iconic costumes. I say costumes because in 2, she was probably the one who had the most drastic change to her design. So we're going to look at the original one first, and then we're going to look at Hocus Pocus 2's. It's so pretty, but God, that bodice looks uncomfortable because it's a corset. But corsets are not meant to be comfortable. They're meant to keep everything in. They're meant to keep everything in. And it's so pretty. And I love the color scheme for her so much. The purple, that is my favorite shade of purple. Her cloak is my favorite shade of purple in existence. It's so deep and royal. Sometimes it looks a little red violet, but most of the time it looks blue violet, and I just love that color purple. Sarah is the reason I love purple, because that is such a pretty purple. And then of course her overskirt is purple and it matches her cloak. But she has accents of other colors, which I think is great because I think that mimics the multiple layers of her personality. Like her netted sleeves are more red instead of purple or pink. And the original ones were more netting than they were like cobwebby. We'll talk about the cobwebby stuff in a minute. But like the netting was really nice. I liked that. Kind of like how she's kind of a trap for men. Nets. Like you catch fish. Like, I like that symbolism. I see you. That's probably not what it is. I'm reading too much into it, but it's a good thought. The bodice is really nice. I like the pink. I love the floral patterns. The floral pattern is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I like that they give her more of like kind of a fairy almost, really kind of closer to nature design with that, with all the flowers and the vines and stuff. Shows more of her free spirit than how grounded she is and things, and I really like that. I can't tell if the original was like a 2-part costume or if it was a full dress, because occasionally I feel like I can see the corset and the skirt splitting a little bit. I could be wrong, but I really can't tell. Sometimes it looks that way, sometimes it doesn't. But I like it. I like that it ties up a little bit. It's not like the whole way around corset, but it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. And then I like her underskirt. I like the red underskirt. Kind of shows her fiery side. And it has a nice little like diamond pattern on it, which is really cool. Something I kind of wish they used a little bit more with her. She has that little pouch that hangs off of her skirt. What does she keep in there? Is that where she keeps her lucky rat tail? If that's where she keeps her lucky rat tail, why was it in the rafters? Like, what does she keep in that pouch? What is this mysterious Hermione Granger bag that she has on her person at all times? What's in there? And it's got almost, and I'm not gonna swear to this because, you know, I don't know things. The pattern on it almost looks like there's a dream catcher sewn on it, which I love that detail because she's always daydreaming. Like, yo, thought. The pouch with a dream catcher kind of situation. What if that's where she holds somebody's dreams? Like, how cool is that? Because she, like, puts them all in a trance. What if that's the pouch where she keeps their dreams? How cool would that be? That'd be scary as heck, but that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. That'd be such a nice touch. I just love that. I love that thought. And I'm gonna say that's what it's there for. I like that as a thought. That's fun. That's also terrifying. Woo! But, oh my gosh. It's so cool. I love her costume. Her costume is very gorgeous. It also accentuates, you know, certain parts of the body. But it's just so pretty. I love her costume. Now let's look at the other one, the updated version that we got in HP2. And that one looks a little bit different than the original. It does look kind of the same, but also not. Like, her sleeves, let's just talk about that right now, because that's the first thing that everybody harped on as soon as the designs came out. They were like, why would you do that to her sleeves? Because it's cool. Because it's cool. I love the knitted, cobwebby sleeves. Fight me in the street. I don't care. I love the cobweb sleeves. I think those are so cool and so gorgeous. I love that pattern because, again, it's symbolism with Sarah. What is her whole thing? What is her whole thing, guys?
No more luring children to their demise?
No, they're already demised.
Oh, that's a great time hack. Thank you kindly.
I delighted in the luring. 'Twas my only job. Alas.
She lures people in, just like the spider with the fly. It's so perfect. That symbolism is so perfect. The cobweb sleeves make sense. Fight me in the street. They make sense. I love it so much. I love the cobweb sleeves, and I do not apologize for that for a single moment. So, yeah, to all the haters out there, yeah, I don't even care. So, something else that's actually a little more, noticeable this time around was her, leggings. She wore, well, they're not really leggings. They're more like pantyhose kind of thing. Bloomer situation. But they're nice. I like that they kind of have a little starry pattern on them. I like that. Her cloak color kind of lightened just a touch, but not too much. It was more of a red purple than the blue purple this time around, which is okay. I'm more partial to the cool colors, but that's alright. I really like that. I still really love her cloak. Fun fact, I think I've mentioned it before. Whenever I was in kindergarten, so I was 5. 5 seems right. So it was a year after I had started watching Hocus Pocus for the first time. I wanted to dress up as Sarah for Halloween that year. My mom, I wish I could find a picture. I don't know where it is. I don't know where the pictures are. They're somewhere in this house, and I don't really want to go fishing for them. My mom made me a Sarah costume, and she tried her hardest. She watched that movie a few times, and she tried her hardest. It didn't look a thing like Sarah's outfit, but it made me so happy. Like, I was so happy. Like, that was the happiest little Casey had been. And the thing that I think I still have somewhere in this house to this day, I promise one of these days, maybe by my birthday live stream, I'll find it so I can pull it out and show you guys. I have a little purple cloak that is made out of a hand towel and a bath towel. My mom took them, sewed them together. She even got the point in the hood, and I wore that thing all the time. All the time. It was my favorite piece of the outfit, and I wore it when I watched Hocus Pocus. I wore it when I was playing imaginary friends outside in our backyard. It was my favorite thing ever, and it's still, I'm never getting rid of that because I love it so much. I still love it to this day, and I'm 27, almost 28. But, like, it was my favorite thing. I know I just got off on a tangent there, but I had to talk about it because we were talking about Sarah's cloak, and I loved my little replica of Sarah's cloak that was made out of towels. It makes me happy. It still makes me happy. I love it, love it, love it. Her bodice actually got a little more detailed this time around. I love how I just went off on that tangent. I was like, alright, grab the wheel, we're going back. It's more dark pink than it was before. I think that showed that Sarah was kind of a little more in the moment and a little less daydreamy this time around, because everything was a little more vibrant on her bodice. And, It looks really cool. I like how we, like, extended the whole forest pattern a little bit. Salvador Perez did just very good work. Very good work, sir. Very good work. I like the darker pink for her because I think it matches her purple just a little bit better. And then the forest embroidery, still, again, kind of the more fairy-ish personality because she's a little more sparkly than the other two. It's a good costume. And then her skirt actually kind of stayed the same. Her skirt kind of stayed the same. So I'm not going to talk about that too much. The skirt was pretty well the same as it was before. It was just a little more showy with the bloomers this time around, which is so funny because in the first movie she just deliberately flashed them at one point, and I was like, oh my god, Sarah. But that's it. That's another story for another day again. But there's that. So her iconic costume is just that. It's iconic. So, the next portion of our little birthday party, as you guys know, is the stuff that was submitted by you to our Discord. If you have not joined the Discord, hop on over and join the Discord, so you can participate in stuff like this. When I put out the call for Crowdworks, you can throw in your own fan art. You can throw in fan art you found on the internet, and you're just like, that's really neat. I want to put it in there. You can do that. I'm not picky. So just do whatever you want. And a lot of these were submitted by our moderator, and then the rest of them are submitted by a couple of you guys. It's just such fun. It's such fun for SJP's birthday, and I'm very excited about it. So, all of these first ones are from our moderator, our chief moderator over here. This is cool. Abstract art is cool. This one was made in 2022. I can't tell by whom, but the marking is down in this area. It's very pretty. I like it a lot. Like, it actually looks really cool. That's all I gotta say about it. It's just really cool. It's very cool. This one's really neat, too. I like, the painting. It's a really nice painting. That's really good. It's really good. I wish I had half the artistic ability. I'll take even a quarter of the artistic ability. Like, that's really nice. That's really nice. I like that a lot. Oh no, he done sent... I love this artist. I love this artist so much! I think it was Archibald something rather. It could be somebody else's, but this looks a lot like the style that I liked in Mary's. This was really cool. I kind of like the almost tangled illusion to this one with the flower right there. Very nice touch. There wasn't a watermark on this one to show who this is from, but it's very nice. So if you're out there and you're watching this, claim this as your work. It's very nice. I love it. Sarah looks so much like a Disney princess. She looks so much like a little Disney princess here. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. She kind of got a little Rapunzel thing going on, and I loves it. I loves it. Scrolling. This is almost like horror manga adaptation, but I really like it. It's a nice little sketch. Again, I don't have credit for the artist, but it's really good. Oh my goodness. Little chibi Sarah. Little chibi Sarah. She's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, this one does have a watermark. I can't exactly read it. It's all the way down here. I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna zoom for like a second, so sorry about this, guys. I still can't read that. It actually just made it worse. I made it really fuzzy. Alright, I tried. But the watermark is right down here. I love this one. This is so cute. I'm a sucker for a good chibi. I'm a sucker for a good chibi, and this is a good chibi. She's so cute. She's so cute. I love it. Oh, okay. Visualized in this style. That looks nice. That's really good. Again, the people who can draw like this. I'm so jealous. Ooh, we did kind of a little cloaky swap here. Oh, this is reimagined like if Sarah was the leader. I like it. I like it. We have almost an anime vibe going here, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I like this one. There's the artist's name. Ken Callis, I think, is this one. Very, very good work. Very good work. I like that she's wearing Winifred's green cloak. It's like, what happened if Sarah usurped Winifred? Mm. Oh, this one's cool. Oh, that one's nice. I like that one. Darajim art. I like that one. That one's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, we saw this person that did Mary as well. There's their watermark in the middle there. Chrysables. 2018. Really nice. I like that one. Older version of Sarah. Yeah, that one has kind of a like almost Renaissance-y kind of painting to it. I like it. Martelli 2019. That's very nice. I'm jealous of all of you guys, man. This one captured my attention. Oh, that one's fun. I like that. That's a pin. I think you can actually buy that on Etsy. That's really good. I love this one. This is on the Hocus Pocus tarot cards. Oh, I love this one. I love Sarah's art style in that so much. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Like, God bless America, she's so pretty. I love that one. Oh, I like this one. I really like this one. This one's really cute. It's kind of got, like, do you remember the old Sabrina the Teenage Witch cartoon? That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Ooh, that one's gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Leviathan down here. Or Levitan. I don't know. That's really good. I didn't mean to click off. I wasn't done yet. That's really cool. I like the necklaces. It's kind of like a young adult Sarah. Like the sharp nails. Kind of a young adult, almost goth Sarah. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. By Stephanie. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Stephanie. She looks really cute there. And again, kind of a young adult Sarah situation that I really love. I like the sleeve over here. The almost torn sleeve. That's really good. That's really good. You guys are really good at art. That one's nice. They got her double broom. Nobody ever remembers the double broom. I love the double broom. It makes me happy. It's so unique and it's so cool. I like it. And she looks really good too. Like, really good. Really good. Oh, Jiminy Chrysler. I've seen this one a few times. That was just scary. If Hocus Pocus was a horror movie, ladies and gentlemen, whew. Kind of gives me a Jennifer's Body kind of thing. Oh, this one's... Oh, yeah, this one's actually a happy birthday wish from Armand. So I'm going to read it out. Happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker. You are truly a force and deserve all the flowers that come with that. I first came across you while watching First Wives Club, then Hocus Pocus, then many others. I was absolutely taken aback by your creativity, boldness, intellect, integrity, and flair. You are a woman with incomparable qualities. It's no coincidence that your beauty shines from inside and out. Your outstanding performance on Sex and the City has almost like, what was that? That's right, Sex and the City has allowed me to further understand the female perspective, and as a straight man, especially as a former teacher, I thank you for opening the world up to having necessary conversations about our relationships. No matter how taboo or real, knocking down the barriers between the opposite sex and bringing forth a new brand of gender equality, we as men have to stand beside our female partners, counterparts, friends, and equals with 10 toes to the ground. With that said, I wish you the happiest of birthdays in the world, and may you have many more. P.S. If this reaches you by some miracle, I'd love to try your in vivo Pinot Noir. I don't know how to say that. Becoming a bit of a connoisseur. Hashtag cheers. I have had her white wine. It's actually a little dry for me, but I'm not a dry wine person. But it's great for cooking with. Sarah in the City. That's cute. I like that. Oh, that one's really cool too. That's just a pencil drawing. Wow. Wow! Man, people are good at art! I'm not one of those people, but man, people are good at art! There's our girl. That's a nice shot. I like that shot a lot. Vanity Fair cover. She has such a unique sense of style, too. Like, I love everything she does, man. She's so good. There's the in vivo. I would probably try it. But I think a lot of her stuff kind of leans more towards the, like, dry stuff. And I'm not a dry wine person. I'm just not. I really like this one of the three of them. That's a really nice picture. I like... Just going off on a side quest here, I really like Mary's hair there. That's really cute. Again, young adults. Alright, now we got some memes, babies. Now we got some memes. Let's look at some memes. There are no words for this one, other than just laughing. That's just funny. Okay, how do we walk across the parking lot? My kids. Amok, 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 amok. Very good, very good. TFW, they start taking down Halloween decorations. R.I.P. Now, a lot of these aren't going to be just Sarah memes. Unfortunately, there is a shortage of those in the world. This is still my favorite. Man, when Ahsoka was coming out and everybody started substituting the Sanderson sisters for the Night sisters, I was living. I was thriving. I was like, yes! Yes! Keep it going! Sisters, I once again call upon your dark magic. I love it so much. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Hocus Pocus memes to ever exist. It makes me so stinking happy, guys. And on my way, kids. I've been waiting 29 years for this. I hate this one. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't like this one. I photoshopped Steven Tyler into the witches from Hocus Pocus and he fits in perfectly. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He sticks out like a sore thumb. I've been tagged in that I don't know how many friggin' times over the years and I'm just like, stop it! Oh, this is so cute! This is so cute! Dead man's toast. She's so happy. Oh my god, I give up. That's perfect! That's perfect in every way! I know it's supposed to be Elsa. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Elsa. But still, I'm gonna pretend it's Sarah. And she's having an adventure with Olaf. And that makes me happy because she and Olaf would get along so well. They would get along so well. He'd be hollering in the woods for Samantha and she'd be helping him try to find him. Trying to find her. Oh my god. That makes me a little more happy than I think it should. And there's the... Oh my gosh, there's the artist. That's brilliant. That's amazing. Oh, that's cool. That's just cool. That was really cool. I like that. Alright, we just looked at that one. Let's look at this one. I think we're coming to the end. When you and a friend learn some juicy gossip. People I side with more as I age. Sharpay Evans and the Sanderson sisters. Yep. There is no truer meme in the universe than this one. Because it's true. It's true. You grow up and you're like, maybe Sharpay had a point. You grow up and you're like, you know what? I understand the Sanderson sisters a little bit more now, especially once you start working with children. It's just like, oh yeah, I get it. I get it. This is an oldie but a goodie. Look at all the mucks I give. Okay, Brenna did this herself, and I love it. I love it a lot. She did the double broom. Sarah's broom is my favorite. Her broom is my favorite because it's so unique, and I never, ever, ever in a million years would have thought of having two brush heads. I just think that's really cool. Happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker. Yep, that's so good. And these were submitted for Autumn. She's not allowed to have Discord, so she sent them to me and I put them in here. I gave her permission to do that. My face when someone tells me Halloween's just a bunch of hocus pocus. Yeah. My kids getting distracted as they attempt to clean their bedrooms that are overrun with precious nonsense. My lucky rat tail, just where I left it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not exclusive to children, I say, as my room is a mess behind me, but you're not gonna see that. Because it is a wreck currently. And I do that same thing! I'm just like, oh yeah! That's exactly where I meant to put that. It's fine. Yep. And then we just, like 2 seconds ago, got this from Sarah Sanderson, the youngest sis username. Happy birthday to Sarah Jessica Parker. I hope you have a wonderful day. I was very much enjoy Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2. Thank you so much for bringing Sarah Sanderson to us. And she posted a gif of a muck. Alright, guys. That is the end of the crowd work portion. Woo! That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. That's so much fun. So much fun. I love it when I get to do crowd work with you guys. Crowd work is always fun. But sometimes I have to remind people, hey, if you want to crowd work, I kind of need you, the crowd, to work. Last portion of our wonderful little video, as per the last one, just like we did with Kathy, we're going to look at her interview, Miss Sarah Jessica's interview with Katie Couric about Hocus Pocus. So let's do it.
She then went on to perform in a variety of plays, TV shows, and movies, but it wasn't until 1991 that she played a character so unique it made her a movie star.
What was your name again?
Sandy.
Sorry.
The film was L.A. Story, and the character was Steve Martin's spastic young girlfriend. Suddenly, the word bimbo took on a whole new meaning.
So go away with me.
I can't. Don't you see? I would just be using you to get even with her for going away with him.
I don't mind.
Let's go.
Great.
These days, her film career is still flying high. Starting Friday, she teams up with Bette Midler and Kathy Najimy to form a trio of wacky witches in the movie Hocus Pocus.
Brave little virgin who lit the candle, I'll be thy friend. Hey, take a hike.
And Sarah Jessica Parker, good morning. Welcome back to Today. Nice to see you.
Very nice.
Now, your friends call you Sarah, but your family call you Sarah Jessica?
Well, there's a peculiar sort of crossing. Those who've known me the longest tend to call me Sarah. Those who know me more recently call me Sarah Jessica. And then there's a peculiar group in the middle that, you know, call me, hey, you. What's your name? Whatever.
What's your name?
Well, I'm going to call you
So I
Sarah
answered
Jessica
anything.
since we just
Okay.
met this morning.
All right.
Tell me a little bit
I like
about
that.
this movie. How much fun was it to play a witch with Bette Midler and Kathy Najimy?
It was great fun. I mean, there were obviously, the elements were there, so it was sort of up to us to, you know. The thing that was most fun and most sort of creatively satisfying was that there was very little about our characters beyond descriptions of what they do in the context of the script. So we really got to, and me especially for the first time, I had a chance to really create a character, which meant
love
like
that.
a voice and finding
I
physical
love that.
stuff and you know,
I love
learning
that
to
they got to
fly, and we all had
create
our own
them.
separate and individual ways of flying, and our takeoffs were very different and unique, and it was great. And
What kind of witch did you want to create? What kind of witch is Sarah Sanderson?
Well, my theory is that she is the most fundamentally evil of all of them, because she is so not bright, so not calculating, that it is her innate nature to be evil. And my older sisters, it's a learned thing. It's like, you know, learning to like liver. You know, they have like learned this evil, and I have just picked it up. It's, you know, as part of my environment. And so I wanted her to be truly evil in the most uncalculating way, and still somehow be seductive. So whether or not that
She
came
ended
to
up being
fruition is,
everybody's
you know, not for me to say, but that
I
was
have
sort
no
of my
favorites.
intention.
You worked hard on coming up with the right voice, didn't
Yes,
you?
we did.
Tell me some of the voices you played with and why you finally settled on what you settled on.
The voice I did.
Nose was
Well, I
itching,
think
sorry.
ultimately it was sort of trial by error, and I would sort of cautiously test things out. My first idea was to do, I don't know if you recall Dana Carvey doing George Michael on Weekend Update on the news on Saturday Night Live, but he used to do this terrific impression of George Michael. And I thought I would do that as about a 4-year-old English schoolboy. That I thought it was hysterical. Like, I would be in my
Sarah was
hotel
almost
room
British.
practicing this voice, and I thought it was brilliantly funny. And then I finally had the courage to try it on the set, and there was just not a peep. Nobody thought it was funny at all. It just didn't fly. Then they wanted me to sort of do a Marilyn voice, and I thought, well, that's been done, and that's sort of boring. And so then I somehow sort of found this peculiar, this voice in between.
And how does that voice sound?
Well, It sounds stupid.
Can you do a little
Dang.
bit of it?
Well, I guess it was sort of here, like this, you know. It's a bit of a helium. It was like a small 4-year-old boy on helium.
Small 4-year-old boy on helium.
I
Ladies and
that's what it
gentlemen.
sounded like. But
Sarah
she's
Sanderson.
practically, you know, mooch. I mean, she doesn't need to speak. It's like a moot point. She barely speaks in the whole movie. So,
In fact,
the
you were
end-
disappointed. You think a lot of your scenes were cut out, yes?
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed. I think that, you know, you work on something. We were about 6 months.
lot of
short
hers were the
movie.
deleted
you
scenes
know,
that we're
it's
still
like-
looking for.
It's like endlessly on the screen, and naturally that doesn't
Looking at you, Disney.
happen anyway. I mean, there's always editing. But they made a choice in editing, which, you know, philosophically and from a business point of view, I totally understand and in fact support. But it's at first shocking when you see a movie and you're not in it as much. But I'm really very pleased with the movie, and it's really nice because it's the first time I can really say I endorse and encourage parents to like take their children to see this movie, that there's no like it's morally and I think politically and just for a good time acceptable on every level. So I'm very pleased.
It's just
with it.
fun.
How was working with Bet? I know you all knew each other, or you knew of her because you had the
I
same
knew exactly who
voice
she was,
teacher,
yeah.
right?
I
Well, I
think
mean,
she-
obviously you knew
No.
who she was from her career, but you
Right.
had the same voice coach, yes?
Yeah, we did. And when I was doing Annie on Broadway, she was doing the Divine Miss M on Broadway, and we had the same singing teacher. I said that because I knew exactly who she was, and I think I could have been like hired help in her eyes. I mean, who knew who I was at this time? And I used to get to my singing lessons early so that I could listen to her. And she used to do these Italian vocal warm-ups. She used to do all these incredibly sort of eclectic variations of music.
And you'd be hiding?
I'd be in the kitchen listening, and then she would leave, and I would mimic everything she had done.
That's
and
so
I'm not
cool.
certain if I actually ever told her that, because I had so many, like, I adore you stories.
But she was very generous, and
She was just completely lovely. I mean, you know, you said...
I talked with her
yeah.
last weekend. She's
And
great.
she's talented, and we sort of know about all those attributes that are more public, but as a person and as a woman in particular, she's just incredibly inspiring. I mean, it's sort of pat, but she truly is this fabulous woman.
Well,
you
that's
know.
what a great way to end this interview.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker, it's really nice to meet you. The movie is Hocus Pocus.
Yes, it is. Friday across the country.
And continued success to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you, too.
All right. So that was cool. That was cool. Oh my gosh. That was only playing in one of my earbuds, and now my hearing is just like, my hearing's just like, I can't hear out of one ear. This is so weird. Okay. I'm going to try to get back to normal decibels, because that white noise there at the end was kind of hurting my ear, but it's okay. I liked that interview. It wasn't as funny as Kathy's. Like, Kathy's was a lot more fun. That was very professional. I'm bummed out that they cut a lot of her scenes, but you know what? You know where all those scenes are? They're hiding in Disney's vault, and we can't find them, and we can't get them, and they're hiding. They're hiding them, and they're holding them hostage, and I'm just like, what's it gonna take? What is it gonna take to get these? Everybody's like, oh, it's lost footage, it's lost footage. How can it be lost footage if in 1994 you put it out in the pay-per-view version? Answer me that. I need to see all this cut Sarah footage. I need to see all the cut Sarah footage. I need to see a lot of this stuff. I want to see a lot of the cut Sarah scenes, please, and thank you. Like, come on. Like, yeah, I can imagine it was a bit of a shock whenever, you know, the edit comes out. It's like, oh, well, that's okay. That's fine. I liked her story about her and Bet having the same voice coach. That was really cute. That was really sweet. I liked that interview. That was really good. That was very professional. It was very fun. I love that for her. I love that she described Sarah's voice as a 4-year-old boy on helium. A 4-year-old English boy on helium. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I never thought of it like that. That's so funny. And that's a really good point, actually. Like, I mean, they got to build their characters, of course, but that is something really interesting. Like, she kind of was, since she was the youngest, she would have kind of been like, yep, this is right. She wouldn't have known any other way than what they were doing. I mean, Hocus Pocus 2 kind of did a little something with that, with the backstory of the Sanderson sisters, but at the same time, Sarah was still really young whenever that was going on, so it's like, huh, interesting. that she's only ever known one way her entire life. If she was presented with another choice, would she take that other choice, or would she just continue with the learned behaviors? That's so fun. That was almost a psychoanalysis, and I'm like, more of that, please. More of that, please. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I'd love to read, like, a character essay from SJ about her. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. Anyway, that's the last segment, and, yeah, that's it. Our birthday party's over. Well, it's almost over. I think it's my turn to say happy birthday. So, happy birthday, Sarah Jessica. I hope you have a really, really good day. I know you're probably still over in England right now doing Plaza Suite, which I will say, when I got to see Plaza Suite back in July of 2022, that was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen several Broadway shows, but that was probably right up there in my top 3. Like, it was really great. It was very funny. You're a very funny person, but you're also, to me, it means a little bit more than just your acting. I love you as a human. I think you as a human is just you're a wonderful human being. Especially as somebody who works at a library, for her day job. To hear some of your recent interviews about your stance on libraries and their funding and everything is very encouraging to me. It is very encouraging to somebody who works at a library during times when libraries are facing a lot more difficulties than they used to. Like, there's a lot of issues out there that need to be addressed, and I'm glad you're taking the time to address those and bring awareness to them. And the fact that you're fighting for public libraries really, really means a lot to me. And I admire your dedication to literature and everything with that. I mean, with your literature brand, you're a very amazing person. And I have one question for you. Do you sleep ever? Because not only are you an actress, you run your own fashion company. You just opened that shoe store, like, last year, 2 years ago. It's recent. You run your own wine label, and you have a literature brand. Do you sleep ever? If not, I wish you a good birthday nap. I hope you get a good birthday nap in, because, geez. And I know you're such a big bookworm, and that just, again, makes my little librarian heart happy. I hope you get to spend today reading and just having a glass of wine with your family and just having a good, relaxing day. You deserve it. You deserve it so much. If you see this by some miracle, like our moderator in the Discord said, if you see this by some miracle, I hope everything's going great. I hope you have a wonderful day. I think you're a great human being. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for what you do for libraries. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for bringing us Sarah Sanderson. She brings a lot of joy to a lot of people during Halloween and to me all year long. She's one of my oldest comfort characters, and she's kind of like a big sister to me. So thanks so much for that. Happy, happy, happy birthday, Sarah Jessica. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this incredibly long birthday palooza, because this is going to be a long video. It's birthday palooza. It's going to be a long video if it's birthday palooza. Please remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It helps me. What helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. We will not be doing another one of these again until December, because Bet's birthday is not till December. Kathy and Sarah Jessica's are literally about a month apart, and I'm just like, whoo, back to back. So that's that. But speaking of birthdays, your girl's birthday is coming up in just a few weeks. And here on the channel on April 14th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. UK time, because American time shenanigans happened, I will be doing my Hocus Pocus Bean Boozled Birthday Bash number 2 here on the channel. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you watched the bash last year, you know I took the Bean Boozled challenge. You guys submitted questions to the Discord, so join the Discord if you want to get in on this. Send in your questions. I have the categories and details over there for you guys. Try to Bean Boozle me, because you got me good last year. You got me real good last year, and I'm still horrified about some of those that I let go into my mouth. I'm hitting the books this year. I'm not playing around. But you guys better not play around either. I want you guys to foil me at least a couple of times. So be present for that. We're gonna do a fan mail unboxing. The fan mail mailbox is up. It is permanent. It is in the description of this channel. So if you want to send something in time for it to be unboxed for the birthday bash, get it in ASAP. I gotta try to have it by April 12th, so it's all here and ready to go. And then we're also going to be doing a live Q&A that day. I'm going to be joined with one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and we're going to tell our story and how Hocus Pocus really kind of influenced our friendship. We'll talk about that whenever she's here. We're going to be doing a live Q&A, so you'll be able to ask me questions, so come prepared with questions, things you want to know. Just keep them PG-13. Don't be asking me any inappropriate stuff. You have to ask yourself, is it inappropriate? It probably is. So this week, I thought I was going to be back Thursday night on Twitch. I'm not, because it's only Thursday and I have to go to church. I have a church obligation. And then, so Tuesday is what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for Tuesday of this week, for our next episode of Hogwarts Legacy over on Twitch. So join me over on Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time over on Twitch to continue Hogwarts Legacy. I am really enjoying this game, and I'm actually mad I now have to wait a week between playtime. It's fine. And then Saturday night, that one's actually getting to go back on its normal day because of things. We're being back here on the channel, playing more Black Flame Gaming, more Pokemon Heart Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke with Mary Sanderson as our avatar. We'll be continuing that on Saturday night. We got a legendary Pokemon coming up. We got the last gym coming up. We got Victory Road coming up. So, lots of fun stuff ahead for Saturday. Apart from that, I think that's everything I need to talk about. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like, share your birthday wishes for Sarah Jessica Parker / Sarah Sanderson down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Casey Zogelman, aka the 4th Sanderson Sister, and I'll see you witches and wizards later.
I am gonna spell on you.